Good afternoon, everyone. Come say hi. How is everyone? Just waiting for some people to pop on. Hello, hello. Today we're going to be doing a really cute kit. It's a Christmas tree. Oh, it's a slow start today. Just going to wait a little bit. Hi, Robin. Thanks for joining on YouTube. Thank you. Just going to wait to see if other people pop in, Robin, before I start showing all the supplies. Hello, another YouTuber. Hi, Raven. I'm going to pull you guys a little bit closer. I can't seem to read that far away. The YouTube folks are the first ones on today. Oh, hi, Mary. There's my Facebook friends. How are you? Thanks for joining, everyone. I appreciate your time. I think I'm going to have to move it. Okay, there we go. I hope that's going to be good. I'm reading comments from YouTube over there, and then I read comments from Facebook over here. So that's why I keep looking at both places. I don't want to miss anyone. So anyway, I hope everyone is well. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to be doing a kit. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if it's available on the Canadian or the US site. It's a popular Christmas tree kit. It was number 330. But with this kit, hi Margaret, how are you? We're just remember, if the kits are sold out, hi everyone, hi Cajun, Lynn. Oh, it is Thanksgiving. Thank you, Mary. Happy Thanksgiving to my American friends. Yes, I forgot it was American Thanksgiving. So yes, I might have a little bit less people on here, but that's okay. I appreciate all of you and love every one of you. Hi, Kimberly. Yeah, I forgot it was Turkey Day today. Canadians, we have our Thanksgiving in October. So I completely forget about American Thanksgiving, although I do have family in the States, but it's just a regular old Thursday here for us here. Hi, Tina. Hi, Lori. Anyway, so again, we are doing a kit. It may be sold out. I apologize. Lori may know since she's popped on here. But just remember, when we show you the wreaths that we make, they're just suggestions and techniques that you can use with any supplies that you have, okay? Any mesh, any ribbons, any picks. We're just here giving you the tools, so hopefully you can take what we show you on these lives and, you know, give your own spin on it, okay? So we are using kit number 330, and in that kit came 2 packs. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I may miss you. Geraldine, Leanne. Oh, my goodness. Hello, everyone. Brenda, Barb, Lisa. Hello. I do see a few new names on here, and so welcome. Anyway, this came with 2 packs of this lime green pre-cut mesh. Okay, 2 packs. And it also came with 2 signs, so you can choose your signs. Okay, there's this one. Oh, I could take there's this one with holly or mistletoe. Okay, and then there's this one with the trees. I think I'm going to do the trees, but we'll see. I'm not sure. They're both the same size. They're 4 by 5s, I believe, and they come with this jute twine on it. And I think I'm going to use that to hang it on the tree. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Sherry. Hello, everyone. Thank you. And yes, happy Thanksgiving to all of you if you missed my first part of the video. Okay, so those are the supplies that it came with, as well as this. This is beautiful ribbon. Okay, it's really sturdy. I mean, look, it just stays the way you want it to stay. Curls really nice. And it's got trees on it, but it's not directional trees, because if you turn it around the other way, there's trees going the other way. Like, you know, some trees are this way and some trees are this way. So I like that. I don't have to worry about directional ribbon, which is good for me. I'm not too crazy about directional ribbon, although it doesn't necessarily bother me, but I know some people don't like that. Hi, Sherry. Okay, and then it came with 3 of these beautiful glitter picks. Okay, oops, sorry, I cut a piece off there. Emerald, it's an emerald green glitter pick. Okay, now we're going to cut these down, and this is this is a piece that I have cut down. Okay, but you get 3 of them. And then, of course, you get, sorry, I'm just going to reach for an empty one. You get the triangle board, okay, because we're going to make a tree. All right, so you get the tree, or sorry, you get 1 triangle board, 1 roll of beautiful ribbon, 2 packs of this mesh, 3 of these emerald picks, and what else? 2 signs. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to bring you down to the board so you can see what I've kind of started doing. There we go. How is that? I think that's good. Okay, so this is what I have decided to do. Again, you can do this any way you like. Hi, Judith, Paula, hello, everybody. Thanks so much for taking time out of your day, especially if you're in the States, because you're probably cooking your turkey. Okay, so this is what I've decided to do on my triangle board. Now, the way I'm doing this tree, you cannot make 2 wreaths, because I am going to be using, let me see, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 times 2. I'm going to be using 50 pieces of mush, okay, approximately. The way I've decided to do this, I think. I might change it once I get all the petals on, all the mesh on, because it is going to be full, okay? But you know, if you know me, you know I like full, okay? So I have used 2 pieces per set of zip ties that I'm going to use. And the way I loaded the board is I started on row, sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 rows. This is row 12. I didn't use that. Now you can use that if you want a longer wreath, okay? I think this is going to be plenty long enough, so I decided to go row 11, every set of holes, regular set of holes. I skipped 10, I went to 9, and I did 5 sets of holes, okay? I went to row 7, 5, and 3, and I just did every other regular set of holes, okay? So it'll probably be explained a little bit better once you see me put them on, okay? And then we're going to obviously do a bow at top, and then I'm going to have those spiky glittery things. I think I'm going to make like a little spiky topper on top of my tree, okay? So let's get started, and I'll show you how I did it with the petals, okay? Let me just pull this zip tie back. Okay, so that's part of the tree. And this is how we're going to roll the petals. Sorry, it's fallen off my table. I apologize. Okay. This is how we're going to roll the petal. I've done this petal before. I like it. It's nice and full. I was going to do just single roll petals, but the pre-cut mesh that came in this Oh, the little bows. Thanks, Lori. Yeah, the little bows are cute. I'm going to show you how to make those little bows. Bows. Okay. Hi, Portland. Ah, Portland. There we go. Love that name. Okay, so this, when I rolled it, I found it wasn't dense enough, right? So I decided to put 2 in each zip tie, and this is how I did it. So you're going to take your pre-cut mesh. These are your finished edges, left and right. Turn it in a triangle like we do lots of petals. Take the top to the middle, take the bottom to the middle, or you can take the bottom to the middle, top to the middle. It does not matter, okay? And this doesn't have to be a really exact fold either. I'm kind of, you know, I do it pretty fast. So, but for that, for showing purposes, I do top to the middle, and then I take this little point and sort of overlap that, if you can see that little square here, okay? It's overlapped. Then I'm going to take the top to that middle, bring that bottom to that middle. Okay, so you've got that. And then I'm going to take this middle and take this to the middle. So you kind of have that. Okay, and then I'm just going to pinch that. Just pinchy, pinchy. And I'm going to flip it and make my little points the same. Okay, but because I'm doing 2 and 1, I'm going to clip that and I'm going to do this again. Now we have several petals to do. In fact, I didn't pre-make any more petals because there's not a lot to do on this wreath. So I thought, well, you might as well see me fold petals and we can chat on your turkey day for most of you. Okay, so again, you're going to fold it up. Make sure your points are fairly even. And you're going to take the other one and you're just going to slide it right in. Now this is thick. I'm not going to lie. It is a thick fold. Okay? So you kind of have to manipulate it a little bit. So you're going to have that. And then, because this is very thick to put into the zip tie, I'm going to take, I have all these 4-inch zip ties hanging around. Nope. Sorry, too thick. I'm going to take a regular 6-inch zip tie. You want to make sure that center, let's see if I can show you. You want to make sure that this center piece is in that zip tie. Otherwise, it'll pop right out, which is the kind of the point of the zip tie, is to help that center one stay. Okay, and you're going to just tighten that really tight. Just like that. Just have to plug in my glue gun. I forgot I need that. Okay, so we're going to make a few of these, and then we're going to put them on the board. Okay, so again, top to the middle, bottom to the middle. Same thing again, folds, and then fold, and pinch. Just like that. Very easy. Any questions on that? Top, bottom, and again, this does not have to be exact. It's not like when you do, you know, Dean Michael petals or things like that where you have to have precise edges. You do not on this one. Because it's just going to go in and it's going to get all nice and fluffy and perfect, okay? So don't worry about that. You just take that zip tie and pinch it down. Okay, like I said, we're going to make a bunch of these because I need, let's see, I need about 12 more bundles. So, and then I'm going to show you how to make those cute little bows. Super easy. So for my American friends, is everyone making turkey or do you do something non-traditional? We do turkey for our Thanksgiving, which, like I said, in Canada, it is in October. But Christmas, we do prime rib. I mean, we used to do turkey, but then we thought, oh, let's do something different. And one year, a couple years ago, we did something different and did a beef roast. It was like, yeah, we like that. So that's our new tradition, I guess. We're going to do fondue Christmas Eve and then beef on Christmas Day. We do love a good fondue. Fondue cheese. Yum, yum. If you've never had it, give it a try. You're doing turkey and ham? Turkey and ham. Oh, you guys are Nina. Oh, hi, Nina. And Lynn are both doing turkey and ham. That sounds delicious. Oh, that sounds nice, Mary. Yeah, lots of people still work on the holidays, right? I know I have relatives in the States. They were supposed to have Thanksgiving today, but the young kids got the flu in the family, so they are going to try to do it on the weekend. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow, right? It's that time of year for colds and such. Any questions on this? Yes, Nina, so nice to see you. I haven't seen you for, I mean, I see you on Facebook, but I haven't seen you on a live for a long time. Oh, Leanne's doing turkey and ham as well on Sunday. So now you guys, you know, if you don't have to worry about cooking your dinner today, you can do lots of online shopping. I'm sure a lot of us are doing that as well. Although I don't have much to buy, that's for sure. Any questions on this? Petal? I think it's, I don't even know what it's called. It's very similar to the rolled. I mean, if you did the rolled petal side by side, you may not even notice the difference. I think this, oops, I think this way makes a little bit of a wider petal. Oh, Mary, though, for sure, much better year for you this year if you were sick. Well, I am glad you are better this year so you can enjoy it. I remember years ago I was quite sick on Christmas and I could not enjoy anything. It was awful. And as we get older, you know, health is the most important thing. Got to take care of our health. Things sneak up on us, right? More so now. You still get frayed edges? Yes. Brenda, you will get frayed edges. Honestly, for something like this though, I don't, the frays, you just cut the frays off. And it's a tree, right? So the frays don't bother me as much. And if you're doing something like the Dean Michael petal or something, you could consider wood burning. Obviously this is pre-cut, so I'm not going to wood burn it, but you know, for things like that, I will wood burn. But if I don't have to wood burn, my friends, I really try not to have to do it. It's just not enjoyable, right? No one likes to do it. But yes, I mean, that does help with your frays. But you know, once I put things on here and you just snip them off, and most people don't really even notice it. The people that, us makers, we're the ones that notice it way more than anyone else. So let's just put a few of these in now, and then we can make the last few. Maybe some new people will pop on. You can show them how to do the petal again, okay? So again, just tighten that up. Any questions? No? Okay, let's carry on then. So here's the board. Whoopsie. And okay, and one FYI, this mesh sticks to everything. So I got to move all my bundles over here. Okay. Whoopsie. So again, I'm doing every other row from 11, skip 12, did 11, skip 10, did 9, 7, 5, 3, and then on 2, I think I might put some just to hold the bow up, but I'm not sure about 2. Okay, so here we go. I loaded the board and I did my zip ties closed except for row 2 because I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. Turkey. Elaine's having turkey today. Oh, you know, a lot of people eat Chinese on Christmas Eve. Yep. Oh, that's nice. Ham. Yep. Yes. Oh, all the food sounds so good. Okay, so we are going to load this board. I'm right-handed, so this is how I do it. I'm going to do it this way. And I'm going to take that zip tie that I put here. That's going to be our stopper. So if somebody, you know, comes along and needs to pick up the wreath and they pull it, that stopper is going to, well, it's that zip tie will stop it. Okay, so you're going to tighten that right up. We'll fix these petal points once we get everything in. It's like ribbon, you know, you need to kind of manage it after. So again, just put that over that zip tie and zip that up. Every other hole. Okay, and cut that off. It's very quick. Once you get your petals done, it's very quick. Now this is, on camera, this looks like a pale green, or it's more sagey, but it's actually lime. It's a bright lime green. It, like, think of the green monster green, kind of like that. Okay. Margaret, yes, you know what? We had snow a few weeks ago, actually, but then it went away. And we haven't had any since. But according to my husband, the weather app says we're supposed to get it today. And we're supposed to get a lot, I think, today. Which is unfortunate because, you know, I don't leave my house very often. But our daughter is an actor. And we're going to the theater tonight for press night to watch her on opening night. And of course, it's going to be not nice when we go today, but that's okay. It is what it is. We live in Canada and it snows. Can't stay home for 6 months, right? Hi, BJ. You love the tree? Thank you. Well, it's going to look really super cute once we get everything on. Okay, but see how fast this goes once you have your petals done? Super quick. And again, we're gonna fix those little flyaway pieces, okay? And when I do the edges, I forgot to mention, I try to kind of angle it out, okay? Because you want the tree to go like this, right? Like this, not like this. You have lots of snow coming, Lynn? Yeah, I know, it's awful. Okay, so, oh, geez, we only have one more to do, really. Unless I decide to do 2, which I think I probably will. Let's get this one in, and then, or make one more, and then we'll see if we need those other 2, okay? But see how fast that is? Like, seriously. That's why I decided to keep some petals to make, because it goes so quick. Okay, so sorry if you missed the first part. Oh, thank you, Portland. Will you enjoy your dinner with your family? Thanks for popping on. I'm just reading Brenda's comment. Oh yeah, that will be nice. Yeah, I know you can get those styrofoam Christmas balls or whatever. That would be cute too, Brenda. So finish edges left and right, turn it to the diamond, top to the middle, bottom to the middle, top to the middle, bottom to the middle. So you kind of have like that, okay? And then like this, and then like this, and then pinch. Sorry, I didn't pinch that right. Okay, pinch. There you go. That's better. Clip that. Do that again. Now again, some meshes fold better, some meshes, you know, pinch better, etc. So you kind of have to go with the flow. And I'll show you what I mean. I tried to do red metallic mesh in between some of the green, and I wasn't too fond of it. So I did have some of these rolled, but see how, I mean, they're kind of different, right? This is the red metallic mesh. It folds, it's almost thicker because of that metallic, so the rolls hold a little bit better. But it's still fine. This green mesh is still perfect to do the Christmas tree. I mean, I don't know about you, but Christmas trees aren't perfectly even or spaced, you know. I mean, there's things on there. The branches are kind of, you know, that's what a Christmas tree is. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so this is the last green piece, I think, except I might do those top two. We'll see once we get the bow in, because I'm not sure what kind of bow I'm going to make either. I'm going to make more loops, that's for sure, than I normally do. Okay, so we're going to just, actually, we're going to pull these over because sometimes when you cut the zip ties, they're pretty pointy, right? So I like to kind of push them in. So people, when they grab that side of the board, they don't get like out. Okay, so there we go. Look, quick and easy, right? Perfect tree. Now, I'm going to show you how to make those cute little bows. Okay, if I can find the roll of ribbon it came with. Hold, please. Oh, it's right here. Opposite side. Okay, so this is the ribbon it came in. Very nice, 1.5 inch, really thick ribbon. Now, I've got one of these kid bow makers that used to come in the kits. You could do this by hand, or you could do it in your big bow maker in the smaller section of it. Whatever's easier for you, okay? But what I did is I just measured out. Sorry, I'm just gonna move some stuff here. I measured out 16 inch pieces of the ribbon. Okay, so right here is 26. I'm going to go to 10, which is right here. Okay, fold it in half, zip tie, not zip tie, dovetail. I was looking at my package of zip ties there. Okay, now you're going to take this piece and put it in your bow maker or do it by your hand if you want. Okay, I've got like a 2.5 inch tail, or a 3 inch tail, probably roughly. I'm going to take this and make a 2 inch loop. Now these little kid bow makers are great for this because you can make the little loops, right, a little bit easier. Okay, so like a 2 inch loop and another, and this, like I said, this ribbon is thick. 2 inch loop, or as close to even as you can. I mean, that's a little bit longer. Let's see, we'll do that there. We'll do this here and move that there. Okay. You see that? Just a cute little mini bow. Now I have these 4 inch zip ties. I'm going to take this off and I'm just going to zip tie the center. Okay. And I'm not sure how many I'm going to need. I'll probably need at least 6 more. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. And then I'll show you how I decided to attach them. Look how cute. And like I said, this ribbon is so good. You can fold it or, you know, manipulate it however the way you like. Okay, so 16 inches. Let's actually just cut a few of these. Okay. Dovetail. Any questions for anyone? Trees are nice because you can add lights, you can add Christmas ornaments, you can add more ribbon, you can do tails, you can do different style of petals. You can just make it your own, so it's great. Okay, again, about a 2.5 inch tail. 3 inches was too long. Pinch it around 2 inches and push it down. You can adjust your loop when you see it a little bit longer on one side, and just push it up and zip tie it. Now, if you have strong hands, you could just easily do this in your hands, right? I don't have strong hands, so I cannot do that. Now, you can use also floral wire to do these up, but I do like the little 4-inch zip ties because you can manipulate the bows or the loops where you want, or the tails. If one tail ends up being longer, I think that's okay, but you could cut it to make it more even if you like. Okay, but look how cute. Super easy to make. And with this ribbon, it's nice because it's like thick, right? Nice and thick, sturdy ribbon. Oh, I don't know what happened there. That is way long. Okay, let's just reattach this or redo this one. I must have cut this one wrong because that's a long tail. But that's okay. I'm not even going to worry about that because it'll still look fine. Just like when I cook. It's like, oh, that was a little bit too much of that. It's like, oh, well, it'll work. And it does. It always works. That tail is a little bit long, so I probably will cut that one, though. Not sure how that happened, but I must have cut maybe 17 inches on that one. That's okay. Very easy to fix, right? Can you all see how I did that? Perfect, eh? So how's the Christmas shopping going for everyone? I only have our daughter and my husband to shop for. That's it. It's very easy. We don't ship gifts to family out of town or anything like that. So we have one child. So it's all about her. I mean, she's an adult now, but still. It's still all about her, of course. Only child. I have been looking on Amazon for a few stocking stuffers, that's for sure. Black Friday sales. Do you like the little bows, Margaret? Yeah, they are cute. I must have, yeah, this one's long too. Okay, so how many do we have made? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that'll be plenty. I think that'll be plenty. If not, we'll make some more. Okay, so this is what I was thinking of doing, my friends. Okay, so this glitter, the glitter picks, oh, one fell off. That's okay. We'll stuff that in the bow somewhere. The glitter picks, I cut, but they come like this. I don't think I'm going to need the third one, but they come like this, okay? And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stems on each one. And I cut each one in half. So like right at the base of the one, like little, it's like when you prune your plants. You cut just above that bud and that next set of buds, and then you have 2 pieces per stem. Okay, so you're going to have 12 per bundle if you cut it like I did, and you have 3 bundles. So you're going to have 36 green sticky things to put in your picks and your wreath, and I don't think you're going to need that many. So this is what I was thinking of doing. Let me just turn this around for a second. I am going to glue in the bows because I'm missing something here. Because they're going to be glued on tips of some green mesh. But the greenery, I'm not sure where I'm going to put that yet, so we may just willy-nilly put it in for the time being, okay? Because we can change that if we don't like it. So it's going to look kind of, just turn you around here, like that. And then I'm going to put my bows like, 1, 2, 3, one. Actually, I probably should have put 1, 2, 3 here. Oh, I might change this. Not sure what I was thinking there. Green, bow. Yeah. Okay. This one, I'm going to change this. Sorry. I think I'm going to change this one. So I'm going to snip this one out. See how easy it is to change your mind on a unique and the Creek board? It's so easy. Okay, and then I'm just going to put a one without the bow on it because I glued those bows on. And in fact, this is a great way to show you. So I took the 2 middle of the 4. No, Margaret, these picks came in that kit, number 330, the Christmas tree kit. And then I just glued it on those 2 pieces in the middle. Okay, so that's how I glued it. So that's a good way to show you. Now I need to do, I think I'm going to put a bow in the middle here. So I'm going to cut this one out. Okay. So we're going to cut this one out and we're going to put this one in back in with the bow. Yeah, because I think I want a bow in the middle here. So let's put this one here. Like that. And then we'll put the green one here, back in here. Got to lift all that mesh up. It's okay. We'll fix those little pointy things to make them nice and, you know, where we want it to go. Okay? There we go. So we're going to do one in the middle and then a green pick. And then we're going to put a green pick here. We'll put a bow maybe here. A bow here. Somewhere in here. Like that above those greens. We'll put another one here. And another one Hang on. Hold on, friends. Put one here. That might be too many bows. Let's see. We don't need bows up here because we're going to have an actual bow, right? So we don't need too many there. Let me see. Sorry, I just need to turn it around, my friends. Oh, we might do it like that. Put it above there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to attach these. And again, if you attach it to the mesh and you don't like it, just switch them out. Or you can just add 2 more pieces of mesh because you're going to have leftover mesh anyway. Okay? So that's what it's going to kind of look like. All right? So this is how I do it. Get some silicone fingers on, my friends, because you're going to need them. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, actually I'll take these silicone things off until I'm going to take my little bow, okay? The back of the bow where that zip tie is, just make sure your tails are facing the right way, okay? Pull it down if you like. Manipulate your little loopies like that. I'm going to glue, I'm going to put hot glue just on the back, over top that zip tie. Then I'm going to pick the place that I want it to go. And I'm going to put it right here. Okay, and then underneath there, you're going to take your little silicone finger and you're going to press down and hold it for a second. Okay? Because obviously, if you stick your finger under there, you're going to burn yourself. And don't worry about the glue. No one's going to see it under there. I originally was going to put them where the nubs are, but obviously then you can't see it. So this, to me, is, you know, I guess you could zip tie them in somehow, but this hot glue will be fine. Okay, and then we're going to put another one on 2 pieces here. Just pick a spot where you would like it. And put it right there. And, oop, yeah, see, didn't have my finger on. Don't do what Judy just did. Okay, just push it down on that mesh and hold it for a second. Oh, you're welcome, Margaret. Okay. And then after, of course, we'll go back, make sure that they're glued. If not, we can squirt a little bit more glue on there. Okay, and then we're going to do, again, like I said, we're going to have an actual bow up here. So I'm not sure how much more we need up here. You just randomly put them, right? And afterwards, if you don't like it, do a Judy and just take it off and redo it. Because I do that. I might change my mind on placement or anything like that. It's so easy to change though. Okay, so just push that mesh on there. Make sure it's holding on to something. Okay, hot glue and mesh are pretty good friends. I think I might have a few bows left, so we'll see. We might put them somewhere else. Okay. Now, remember also, and I didn't remember, we have a sign to put, which I think I'm going to put right about here. So I think that'll work okay. And I'm going to hang it with this, and I'll show you where I put that. In fact, maybe we should do that right now. Let's hang that on, and then we can get a better idea of bow placement as well. Okay, so I'm going to hang it right about here. So which means I want it, I will show you in the back here where I'm going to hang it. I'm looking from the top here. I'm going to see if this will work. Again, it may not be proper placement. So I'll see if I can show you. So I'm just going to take the zip tie. I put the cord through, and then I'm going to zip it up. Make sure the twine is center. Let's see here. See if that'll hang properly. I might have put that in the wrong spot. See, it doesn't matter what size my sign is. I have trouble with signs. They take me forever. Let's see here. It's a little crooked, actually. There we go. Just pull on the twig or the twine a little bit. So it's going to look like that. Now it's a little bit lower. If you wanted yours higher, you could put it higher, which I might change that. Excuse me for just a second. I'm going to hang it on my door. I just need to see if that'll work. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move it one higher up. Again, I will show you where that is. I'm going to hang it on row 7, right in the middle. So I'm going to move it one up. So I'm going to cut that zip tie off. Okay, I'm going to take that string, I'm going to take the one zip tie end, and then zip tie that up. Okay, just, sorry, when I'm putting these things on, I always stop talking. And because I've been moving around this mesh quite a bit, it has frayed. But again, I'm just going to go around after and cut the frays off. Maybe I shouldn't have put that there. Well, we might have to move that one. Okay, so then it's going to hang a little bit higher there. Oh no, I think that's cute. How do y'all think of that? I think that'll be cute. You might have to adjust those bows a little bit, move them down. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's make a bow because, oh no, you know what? Sorry, let's put the green things on. Patricia, hi. Oh, you're doing candy canes? Yes, popular, hey? But this is really cute. It's whimsical, right? Or whimsy. So now let's see where should we put these? We're just gonna see where they go here. You know. We'll see what we have. Put a couple little ones in here. Again, you can cut these picks down as small or as much as you like. Okay? Like this one, it's pretty long, right? Actually, this is the way it comes, this length. And then I just cut them off. Okay? So let's do that right now. So here, see this one here? I'm going to cut it so the stem is here. And then you have 2. Right? They're not exact, but they don't have to be exact. And you're going to have a lot of greenery left if you just do one wreath. Lots of greenery. This one's kind of hanging over there. I might have to change this piece right here. In fact, let's fold the piece because I do think I'm going to change that because the bow is also going to go on top of there. So let's just make another one. Okay, friends, if you didn't see how I did the petal, it's pre-cut mesh, it's lime green. By the way, also the SKUs are listed in the description box. Okay, so if you click the little button to see more, you'll see all the SKUs. Okay, top to the bottom, middle to the bottom to the middle. Did I say top to the bottom? No, top to the middle, bottom to the middle. Do that again so you get this, and then pinch in the center a little bit to make it a little bit more narrow. Okay, and I'm going to do 2 of them and put them on one. So just pinch that. Does anyone have questions on this petal? It's really easy. And again, you do not have to be precise. You know, like if you're doing the Rita or the Bubba or D. Michael, you know, you kind of have to. And again, if you wanted to, you didn't want to put both inside each other, you could do them side by side as well. Okay, you really can't see much difference side by side. It's probably easier to do side by side, but it's okay. We'll just keep doing it this way because that's how I did it. Now we're going to take out that piece of mesh that I have the bow on and replace it with this one because I think that bow is in the way. Even though it is adorable, I think it's in the way of that sign. So that is, which piece of mesh is that? That is this one right here, in the middle of the board. You see, we can use that maybe later. So we're going to put this piece of mesh right back in here. And make sure you go over that zip tie, so that's your little stopper. And zip tie that up. Now, if I find later I could use a bow there, I could put one in easily, right? Ta-da! That's so, you know, I think that looks better without that bow sitting there. But let's make a big bow. Okay? Now, my friends, I am going to add some ribbon to this. This is the bow that came in kit 330. But I'm going to use, I believe, an emerald green glitter 7/8 that I have left from another project. And, you know, I have this too, which is pretty close to that. I might stick that in because that's a 5/8. So let's start with this one. We're going to do smaller bows. Again, I don't know how long my tails are going to be, so I am going to make them a little bit longer. Like about, well, let's see here. Okay. Okay. How long is that? That is 10 inches and 18 inches. No, I think that's too long. Let's do 14 inches. Okay, so 10 and 4. So let's do, because I don't do a lot of curls. Let's do 14 inches, okay? We're going to do 5-inch loops. Now, for me, for my tree, I don't want the loops too big because they get floppy, I find. Okay, so 5 inches. And I'm going to do several of those. And I'm going to try to use all this ribbon because, you know, I've got so much ribbon. I don't want it hanging around too much. Sorry, I just have to kind of want to put my loops sort of where I want them to go as I build the loops. Sometimes that makes it easier, but this is really nice. Again, really nice thick ribbon. It's going to be very easy to manipulate in places. Gosh, I'm not even sure if I can use all this ribbon. I still have quite a bit left. I might not need any other ribbon. I thought I was going to need more ribbon because I made those little bows. So I thought I would run out of ribbon, but it doesn't look like it. So I think maybe I'll just use this ribbon. I don't think I'm going to need any other ribbon. Yeah. Let's just take this off of here, cut off this piece with the bended and with the tape. See how many we have here. Maybe do a center, smaller loop. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, we got 9 loops and a center loop. That's okay. We're going to leave it like that. Okay? So it looks like that. Can you guys all see that? Oh, Lynn, I cannot do that, my friend. I know it's a rule, but honey, I cannot use any more ribbon. As much as I like, because I love ribbon. But it always makes me happy when I go through a roll of something because I have so much of it. As a crafter, you all probably can relate to that, right? Okay, so let's see here. I don't think it needs any other. I'm going to take my zip tie, come around the bottom. You sorry, my head's in the way. Make sure you're got all that ribbon in there. Oopsie. Oh, you know what? I think oh no, that's right. I thought I had around the wrong loop. Okay, and then pinch. And move that zip tie around. Okay, there we go. We're going to work with that. We're going to see how that works. I hope it works. Hopefully that works. Okay, so you pull the tails to the bottom. Yes, I know one is longer. I'll just cut that off when I figure out how I'm going to do it. This is a very simple bow. Just a bunch of loops and a couple tails. But it's such nice ribbon. Look at that, hey? Okay, let's get a pipe cleaner. I know one came with it, I believe. I don't know where I put them. I just grabbed one of these from my drawer of endless pipe cleaners. Do you ever find that your pipe cleaners never just seem to ever get like gone? Okay, so you're gonna, oopsie. So you're going to twist that pipe cleaner, right, just to secure it, and we're gonna put that on the board. Now I think I might need 2 more petals, okay, because, yeah, let me see. Yes. Yes, I'm going to make 2 more petals and we're going to use row 2. But cute bow, right? Just a simple bow. And great ribbon. This is really good ribbon. Right? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, again, triangle. Top to bottom. Top to middle. I don't know why I say that. Top to middle. Bottom to middle. Do it again. And do it again. And pinch. And squish. Pinch and squish. Again, you could do rolled petal just as easy as this one. Do it side by side, single, whichever you like, okay? Whatever you like. It's like a fan, you know? We're going to do one more for row 2. And we're going to put that bow on, and we're going to stick some greens up top of the bow as well, I think. Oh, I need 2 more pieces. Let's grab those out of here. Well, there's one. There we go. But see, very easy to roll. You don't even have to look at it when you're doing it. And it doesn't have to be precise. That's the thing about this one. And if one's kind of upside down, just kind of manipulate it. Okay. It's okay if it's not exact. Again, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfectly side by side. You just want it for coverage to the board. Especially these top ones, you're not going to see them much because of the fact that there's a bow there. Okay. And again, it sticks to everything, so be careful what you're close to because it's going to follow you everywhere you go. Okay, let's do these up. Makes that easier. Okay, and then you're going to put your mesh right here. I could have used maybe just one piece there, but that's okay. I've already folded it. Not going to change it, I don't think. And then I'm going to put my bow right here. Let's see what that looks like, okay, first. I don't know if I need one more. No, I don't think so. Okay, just going to manipulate this mesh a little bit around those nubs so you can't see it. There we go. Can you see that? I mean, it's pretty big, right? I kind of wish I had something to stick under that bow, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, so let's start putting more little bow thingies on here. Okay, let's move these away from there. Okay, more greenery and more bows. Let's see what we got here. We're going to put one here, I think. Or one here. You probably can't see what I'm doing, right? I apologize. Actually, I think I will put one right there. And maybe one here and one here. I might still put one there. Not sure, but we are going to do these two right here. So let's do that. See how many times I burn my hands. And again, you can put these anywhere on your mesh, right? You don't have to put it on the middle two pieces or whatever. You just do it so it looks good where you want it to go. And just hold that for a second. Oh, Christine, are there kits? Is this tree kit still available? I apologize. I should have looked before I came on here. Are you in the States or in Canada, Christine? Well, that's good. I hope this inspires you to try do your tree however you like, or the same way, whichever you like. I think I'm going to put something in the middle here. See this hole? Yeah, I need something in there. I'm going to put this one here. I'm going to put that one right about here. You know, I've had my Christmas tree up, my actual real Christmas, not real, but my tree for my home. I've had it up since November 10th. My husband was off for 4 days, and it's like, well, since you're home, you might as well drag all that stuff out from downstairs and bring it up, and then I'll decorate it, you know, through the week. But I was too excited. I wanted to put it up. I love the Christmas tree lights and everything. At night when I'm sitting there watching TV or, you know, scrolling on the old Facebook. Okay. So again, we will go through here just to make sure everything's glued after. Now for here, I think I'm going to put, I don't remember how Lori did it to cover that, but I do need something in here. Do I need another piece of mesh here maybe? Okay, let's take that bow out. I'm sorry. I should have had this figured out. I will be honest, I don't make trees very often. 1 or 2 a year maybe. I can't remember how I hid that hole there. Let's see if I just did maybe one there. Or maybe one right here in the top where I've got that zip tie for some reason. I had a zip tie there, probably because I was going to do that. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, so that worked. That one piece covered that center. Okay, now we'll put our bow on and see how that works. And I'm going to put greens, some of those green things up top here as well, behind the bow. Okay, let's see what we have here, my friends. Let's just roll this. Well, first of all, let's just cut this to the same length as the other one because we know it can't stay that long. Okay. What do y'all think so far? Something that you'd want to do as well? You can just stuff the greenery, you know, to cover the holes. I only cut two packs of the greenery. I still have, sorry, let's just roll these up. I still have 1 full pack of that glitter emerald green. I don't think I'm going to have to cut into it. I mean, I might. I don't know. I might. Might as well use it, right? Oh, that's super cute. And then, you know, I like to stick things above my bow. Maybe I'll put a long one here instead. Maybe I'll put a long one here. And a long one here. No. Hang on, please. Gonna cut one down. But you can do these any way you like. Just remember, these are just ideas to give you folks when you try with the supplies that you have yourself, right? Or if you have the exact same supplies, you can do it exactly the same way as well. Oh, I think that middle one might be too long. I'm looking in the camera, actually. It looks a little bit too long, eh? Sorry, I'm just trying to get this. I'm not gluing it yet, so that's why I just need to see what this looks like. Hold, please. Okay, let's just take that bow off. It's giving me grief. Okay, so if I put that there, let's just tuck that in there. If I put this here, tuck that in there. So you see how I'm doing that? I'm just going to glue it in between those pieces of mesh. Like that. So it kind of, you know, flares out like that. And then this top piece, I might just try to stick it in there like that. And then I'm going to put my bow on here. Let's see how that goes. Oops, fell off. Oh, thank you, everyone. Oh, hi, Donna. Now, this isn't an exact science, because it's not glued in, right? One green one next to the sign. Oh, here? Sure, we can do that. Like that? Yes, good idea. Who was that? Thank you, Brenda. Now, let's see what we can do here. I'm not sure what to do with these tails. I think I'll probably just dovetail them. It's kind of hard for y'all to see, right? Let me see if I can hang it. And then we can get a better idea. I need to figure out a way to hide that top of the board. Okay. Okay, my friends, hold please. We got to see if this looks any good. I'm going to bring you up. Hello. Okay, let's see what we have here. Now, I'm going to dovetail these because they're going to get dovetailed regardless of what I do. Kept those tails a little bit shorter because I didn't want curled tails. Okay, we'll just put that bow kind of like that. What do y'all think? Let me just step away for a second. Even though there's tails there, I think it needs 2 more bows, and I'll show you where. I think it needs one here. Okay, we're just going to tuck that in there for a minute. And then we're going to need one here. have those hanging there like that. You know what I mean? That filled up that space, right? Again, I will go through and pull those mesh pieces out. Okay, so it hangs nicer. What do y'all think? Oh, I think that, yeah, adding those little bows up there, definitely. And I'll cut those green things, I'll put them in so they're, you know, hanging properly. You know, it's funny because I was going to use these berries. I was going to stick some berries in there too. I think that might be too much. Okay. I don't think it really needs the berries, so it's kind of a waste of supplies if you have them. It's like, well, do you really need to put it in? You kind of have to think that way, right? Like, will it make it, you know, more worthy? I mean, I guess I could just put a few in. Don't need very many, that's for sure. Well, I'm not sure about placement, but where did that come from? Right there, I think. What do we think? Too much with the berries? Let me read comments here. Oops. Could you bring your camera a little closer? I cannot bring the camera closer, but I will take that tree off and I will show it to you. Because it's on a light stand, and the stand is right behind my table. I can't bring it any closer, but I will bring it closer for you for sure, Barb. Okay. What do we think with those red berries, though? It probably doesn't need it, right? Yay to the berries or no to the berries? You like the berries? Lynn says she likes the berries. Anyone else like the berries? Okay, Barb, some of this might fall off. Well, let's see. So this is the tree. I don't know. I think those red berries are pretty cute. Berries are too much, you think? Yay, no, it looks like 50%. I have smaller berries. Let's take the berries out because they didn't come in the kit. And this is just with the kit. I've got to glue those other two bows in there. Barb, can you see that? So there's the sign. And then I just stuck some green. I haven't glued those. Looks good from a distance. Does that mean it doesn't look good close up, Barb? That's why I will add mini balls. Yeah. Little red mini balls would look cute. Oops, there we go. Okay, so I've got the sign hanging just from the middle on row 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. On row 7, I've got that little jute twine hanging in the middle. Okay, and then I've got my bow on row 2, or the top row, I guess, in the middle, just like that. I've got my hanger on row 4, right in the middle, right here. Okay, I am going to fix the sides here somehow so you don't see this nub. Okay, I'm going to put ribbon tail. I'm going to put something there. Move the loops and then glue it probably on there so you don't see it. Put that little bow right there, somewhere in there. Oh, it's going to fall off. Okay. Do you want to hang around while I do that? Let's just do that quickly. Let's just move those berries. And again, I have one full bush plus a couple little, oh, I gotta move you back down. Sorry. I'm always so discombobulated, aren't I? Okay, where was I going to glue those? I was going to glue it right about here, I think. Just get some glue on there and put it right about here. Hold that for a second. Thank you, my friends. There's so, like I said, there's so many things you could do with a tree, right? You could take strands of garland and stream it across, or you could, oh gosh, you could do mini ornaments, tinsel. Let's hold that for just a second. Oh, thanks, Lynn. I just babble a lot, eh? I'm a babbler. My husband always says, do you ever stop talking? And it's like, no, not really, because I talk to my dog. When I'm no one's home, I still talk out loud. You know, have a conversation with her. Okay, so those are the bows, how I did the bows. Let's do the greenery. Do you want to hang out while I do the greenery for 10 minutes? Let's do that. So I'm going to, like I said, I just cut them and I'm going to glue them in that mesh. I'm just going to pick a spot and glue it in. Okay. And mesh and glue love each other. So you just stick it in there and it'll stay. And while I'm at it, I'll just go through my little tips on my mesh and kind of pull them down. And if there's frays, you can cut them off if that bothers you. Like I said, lots of people hate the frays, depending on what you're making, right? And at the same time, I'm going to go through and kind of puff out those bow loops. Maybe cut this one off because it's a little bit long. For some reason, some of those bow tails are a little bit longer than the others. Okay, so just go around, check your little tips of your mesh. Make sure they're sitting nice. And then just glue in those pieces of greenery that you cut. Super easy to glue them in. A lot of people use these trees, I find, indoor. You can put these on a stand. Lori has shown that before. A Dollar Tree paper holder, paper towel holder. You can put a zip tie on the back, and she shows you how to attach that so it can stand on a table. Also, you can put it on an inside door or a wall, especially if you're living in an apartment, you don't have room for a tree, or assisted living, you know, for folks. My best friend has a Christmas tree on her mom's door in assisted living, and everyone loves it. Okay, get those bow loops all nice and opened up. Again, fix those mesh. Sometimes they are unruly, but they will eventually and get used to the fold, and it'll lay okay. Let me see where I want to put this one. I think I want to put that one right here. So anybody have any questions before I go? I thought this was going to be a short live, but of course with me, it wasn't short. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some ideas on what to do and how to do this kit, or not necessarily a kit, but perhaps how you would like it to look with the supplies that you have. Again, and I just angle these pieces down so it's going with the flow of that mesh. Now I had zip tied this one up here. I don't think I'm going to keep it in there. How many times have I taken off this bow? Way too many. I want to thank all of you for hanging out with me, especially if you're making turkey. I hope I kept you company while you were doing all that. And I guess it's also football day, isn't it? Isn't football a big day? U.S. Thanksgiving, I think. Like NFL. Pretty sure today's a big day for football. My husband's working, but I'm sure if he was home, he'd be watching football. Okay, and this one, I think I'm gonna put this one here. Okay, then I'm going to hang it up again, and I will show you what I did before. Okay, so here you go. Nice and clean back. Let's hang it up here. You can put your hanger anywhere you like. I put it in the middle on row 4. But you can put it anywhere you like. Hello. Okay. So that's my version. Oh, this fell off, so let's just redo that. That's my version of kit number 3. What was it, 380? Let's just reglue that. Sorry, came off. I'm just going to curl those tails up like that. Tame those down a little bit. You can also put a little glue behind your sign if you don't like where it's hanging and you want it, you know, to sit straighter or something. Yeah, it's a little crooked. Or it might be the way it's hanging. There. Is that straighter? Like that? Honestly, I think it's fine. No, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to open up that 3rd pack of mesh after. Oh, I don't have to. No, I'm going to cut these little pieces here. I'm going to use it because I feel like it needs something right here. Like right about there. I think it needs some more green there. And right about there. Sorry, I always get bumped into the camera there. I might even put a little bit here because I have out of that 2-pack here. I have more. I might as well use it, right? You don't need big pieces. You just need a couple little pieces to fill out those edges, I think. And it's okay if there's already a bow there or whatever. And these bows are, like I said, are very sturdy. So you could do that like that. I noticed that too. Good choice. Oh, the sides, Lynn? Yeah, when I step back, that's why I like to step back, because sometimes you just can't see it unless you step back. You might think, oh, that looks perfect because you did it on even rows or whatever. But sometimes you just need to step back and look at it again. See, I think that looks better, personally. Might even stick a piece right there. No, I might even stick it right there. Or here. I'm not sure. I've got another piece here. Okay, let me step back again. Yeah, see, I think that looks better. But you get the idea, right? It's not quite even. I still have to go through, fix everything. But that's my version of Christmas tree. Kit number 330. What would I charge for that? I don't know, Barb. It depends where you live. Okay? Where I live, and honestly, I don't sell a lot. I just have some repeat customers that keep coming back to me. I don't get a lot of customers because I don't advertise a lot. I've seen Christmas trees go for $65. I've seen them go for $95. I've seen them go for $125. It just depends what you put in it and where you live. And so I can't really say pricing because it's but I'd say at least, no matter where you live, I'm thinking at least, I don't know, 75. But again, depending where your location is. I think I might change the green up there a little bit. I think that might be a bit too much, and put some up at the top. But anyway, that is my version of that kit. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Any other questions or comments? The kit was $42 in the States. Yeah, I'm not sure what the kit was here. But you have to think about it, right? I mean, $42 American, Lynn. I would think you should charge at least, at least two times your product. But again, I know some people where they live, they say people won't spend more than, $65 for a wreath. So it's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say. But definitely you got to take in your time, right? If it's a business, especially. I do it as a hobby. So you want to at least recoup your 2 times. At least 2 times. Right? But I'm not a business expert. So Barb, I appreciate that. You asked, but I'm not the best person to ask about things like that. I apologize. But anyway, I hope you have fun designing your own Christmas tree kit. And yeah, I was going to put a snowflake on there at the top, but I don't think you're going to see it now. Yeah, you probably won't see it now, but these are cute little snowflakes that I got from Unique in the Creek last year. I don't think she has them anymore, but you can add anything you want. Okay, little mini, I've got cute little mini snowflakes that are like this big, about the size of a quarter or a toonie. So that would be really cute too. Anyway, my friends, I am going to let you go. I've been babbling for an hour and a half. I think that's plenty. So, to my American friends or those celebrating Thanksgiving today or this weekend, depending on your schedules, I hope you enjoy family and friends. I hope you have a safe and enjoyable Thanksgiving weekend. My Canadian friends, I hope you start your Christmas shopping, get those Christmas decorations up, get those Black Friday sales. Thanks so much for joining me today. Happy crafting, and I'm sure I'll see you sometime in December, okay? Take care. Bye for